What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Breaking News. I successfully complete my EIDL request for reconsideration on 24 months of capital. It is Tuesday, May the 18th, 2021. Please do me a huge favor. Give this video a thumbs up, hashtag EIDL with the comments below, and make sure you follow me once again on Twitter at TrySmallBiz, where I've gone scorched earth in the last 48 hours. Is that why I got such a fast response? What does it mean from here? Am I guaranteed to get paid? And if so, how much? Did they put my six-figure loan offer back in the portal? All that and more, ladies and gentlemen. So pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, bottle of champagne. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those that you are following me on Twitter, notice I put up a post about an hour ago and then I took it down not once but twice because I realized I didn't white out my app number on the first go round. Then the second go round, I had some snowflakes, some haters saying, "Oh, that's not, you didn't get approved." Look, I used the wrong word. Accept is what I should have used. So rather than cause too much confusion, I took it down. But I'm going to walk through what just happened in the last hour and a half. Two loan officers that I spoke to, their opinions on why it was so fast and what it means. So look, ladies and gentlemen, let me once again set the table. If you didn't see yesterday's video, it's 24 minutes long, but you got to watch it. I walk you through exactly how I applied with the help of a senior tier 2 supervisor for my Eidl Reconsideration for increase. And I got a response from the SBA that's very positive. I'm going to read it out loud, tell you what it means, in less than 24 hours. But here's what happened. As I said all day and night last night and again this morning, I believe, based on all the facts, that when we hit that blue request more funds button between April 21st and about the 24th of April, massive amounts, hundreds of thousands, potentially 1 million or more people were not only declined for the $10,000 targeted Eidl advance automatically, including myself, but declined with respect to the 24 months of capital for all sorts of reasons like unverifiable information. Slow down, Jason. Unverifiable. I got a meeting coming up at 3 o'clock. I got to get moving. Unverifiable information. You're backed up on child support when you have no kids. You're a non-U.S. citizen when you're born and raised, just like Bubba Wilson from Mississippi, in this country. On and on, the ridiculous false denials continue. So once again, like I said in yesterday's video, make sure you watch it. When and if you ever get a decline letter, look in the upper left-hand corner at the date, and I shared a screenshot of this on Twitter. My decline date was April 22nd, the exact date that I hit that request more button. The exact date that I believe over 1 million people got declined for the targeted Eidl advance, as well as the 24 months of working capital. So I applied for reconsideration a few weeks ago. I had a loan officer who was very nice, who I communicated again with today, who said, look, you're outside the 25% variance, meaning my gross revenue that I put on my application was higher than what was actually shown by too much of an amount on my 4506T. So he said, I'm unable to pass your application through. So he sent me to reconsideration. So I went to COVID EIDL increase request at SBA.gov, just like all you guys 6 weeks ago. Then I had a loan officer decline me and send me to PDC.reconsideration at SBA.gov. They asked me for information. I sent in my driver's license, 4506T, etc., etc., etc. They sent me back over to COVID EIDL increase requests, and then they responded to me. I know this is a lot, and they said, go to PDC Recons. This was yesterday, PDC Recons at SBA.gov. Everybody watching me knows that's the main email address for all the reconsiderations, many of which take 6 months or longer. PDC Recons at SBA.gov. There has to be over 1 million people in the portal. So how in the world did I get a response that they accepted my application in less than 24 hours? This is my opinion based on everything that I know. As I said yesterday in the video, I sent them everything. I sent my certificates of incorporation. I sent bank statements. I sent my website. I sent my 4506T, I sent a 2202, which was my liabilities, which I listed that are related directly to the business. I sent them everything and then some. But when I called in to make sure, I had a question, I forget what it was. It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen, but I called in and I spoke to a tier 2 supervisor. She documented everything that I was doing because your reconsideration, or the appeals team that they call it, in the PDC department, they can see your portal account. They can see whenever a tier 2 agent or a supervisor, in my case, notates the account. So if you didn't watch yesterday's video, she notated everything that I sent in. She literally listed them all. She also told me, because I made the mistake, that I didn't PDF my driver's license and the front and back of a voided check. So I sent that in separately. I sent the first email that had the long-winded explanation with all the documents, and then I sent a second email with just the PDF copies of my driver's license and a voided check. And if you remember in yesterday's video, I also wrote disaster assistance to recommend my tier 2 agent. She gave me her 4-digit number. I wrote in and I said, she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. She deserves a raise. She did this, that, and the other. Disaster assistance, and I can read that out to you if you got time, wrote me back. And they said, thanks for singing the praises of this woman's name. Your recommendation has been forwarded to her supervisor. So the most important thing before I go through my portal and read this email out loud, there's hope. Folks, I'm of the opinion that the vast majority of you that have been falsely declined because of the April 21st to 24th, it's all bullshit. Now, if you're full of shit, you're not a real business, you didn't get your taxes done in 2019, you're in trouble. But 80%, maybe even more of you, even if you get declined like I have, not once but twice, you're going to get through. And you may even get your money. All right, the email says, Dear SBA applicant, actually, let me read the subject line. Now this, again, weird, right? I emailed pdcrecons@sba.gov. They got back to me in less than 24 hours. Where did the email come from? COVID EIDL increase request at sba.gov. So folks, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. This comes back, the approval or the acceptance. It says COVID EIDL increase and another ticket number. So this was another ticket number. It's not my app number. It's not my loan number. It's another ticket number. COVID EIDL increase SBA 009, blah, blah, blah. Dear SBA applicant, shows my app number. We have reviewed your request for EIDL loan increase of the above referenced disaster loan application. Next paragraph. You successfully completed your request for an increase via the SBA loan portal, and the increase is in process. There is no specific time frame, many of you have heard this, for when the final decision will be reached, but you'll be notified if any further documentation is required. We process the order in the order received. Due to the high volume, it may be several weeks, blah, blah, blah. Sincerely, Application Processing Department, Office of Disaster Assistance. So look, as the snowflakes pointed out, is this a guarantee that I'm going to get paid? Of course not. There's nothing guaranteed about the SBA until that money hits your checking account. And then I might even have to call in and verify. Is it really true that 300 and some odd thousand just ended up in my account? Yes, it is, Mr. McLone. All right, off to the bar I go. Living La Vida Loca. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Don't get me started, man, oh man. In my portal account, they put back the number. So let's review, ladies and gentlemen. I hit the blue request more funds button. I automatically get declined for the targeted Eidl advance on April 22nd. I go through not one, but two reconsiderations through different departments. First was PDC.reconsideration. The second was PDC recons. Then they come back to me from COVID EIDL increase requests. As soon as I got that email, I went right back into my portal because I actually checked it this morning. It was the same. When you lose, or as I did, you get declined or unable to pass through as I was 2 weeks ago, the 6-figure offer went away and it went back to what they gave me last year. Well, as soon as I got that email and I went back in, there's the number. It's not any lower. It's not any higher. It's exactly what it was. Your amount confirmed. Boom. On the right-hand side, it says your loan modification is being processed, just like it did before. So I talked to 2 loan officers, one of which has been there 17 years. I've referenced him before. I said, is it ever happened, to your knowledge, that when someone files reconsideration at PDC Recons, that they get this email where they accept within 16 hours? Never heard it before. Both had never heard that fast, because you got to remember, PDC Recons at SBA.gov, there's got to be 1 million people in that portal. And if they're going in the order that they received, I either got a favor from somebody, maybe the tier 2 supervisor, maybe my scorched earth, although I doubt it on Twitter at Miss Isabel Guzman, because as I was saying today, the House Republicans are trying to get the Eidl program taken away from the SBA and they want to give it to the banks. Why? Money. Money, power, and votes. Now, Could they probably do a faster, better job at, say, a Rocket Mortgage or a Chase? Yes. They probably get you the money a hell of a lot faster because they're incentivized with commissions. The SBA, I gotta believe the commission structure is not that generous, and they don't really give a fuck. But the problem with that is they need to get it stood up really, really fast. So was this favoritism? I don't think so. They certainly didn't show me any favoritism up until now. So it's gotta be favoritism, which I don't think it is. It's gotta be my tier 2 agent, which I think it is. And the most important question of all is, does this mean I'm going to get paid? Does this mean I'm going to get approved? The opinion from 2 loan officers is because they hit you with unverifiable information, backdated to the day that you hit the blue button, it must mean that whoever looked at your file, and again, it could be the tier 2 agent that poked somebody and said, hey, look at this guy's file. It's possible. What does that mean? You need to call a tier 2 agent and have them document when you do your reconsideration that you did all this. It's all been sent in, and whatever good news they can put in there to help you, because your loan officer, when you do the recon, is going to be able to see what the tier 2 agent put in there. And if it's a supervisor like I had, it's probably going to help you. So the fact that I had unverifiable information, whatever that was, because they don't tell you in the email, and I heard back so quickly and they accepted my application and put the loan number back. I mean, is this going to be a dirty joke not once but twice? That they're actually going to put it all back, whatever I sent in, to overcome or override the unverifiable information, and then a loan officer is going to say to me, gee, I'm sorry, I can't give you a fucking dime. I will be shocked, actually. Surprised. Shocked? Nothing shocks me with the SBA, but I'll be very surprised. So the moral of the story is this. I'm back in the game, ladies and gentlemen. They did not change the number. It's all back there. And by the way, when you scroll down, it says steps to complete. It's all complete. So they're actually using what I signed a month ago. There's no new documents other than a closing doc that'll come when and if my loan officer approves me. So if I was you, in hopefully under 13 minutes, I would take great comfort in this video. I'm doing this not because I need the money. I told you guys I'm probably going to send the whole thing back. I may keep some of it for loan forgiveness, but I don't need this money. I'm doing it for education and entertainment purposes. You guys are going to go through this grind. This is hope. There is fucking hope for you. If you were declined, especially in April between the 21st and the 24th, for some of those outrageous reasons, including unverifiable information like I was, and you provide everything and you get a tier 2 supervisor to notate in your account that you called in, it's all verified, it's got to help. It certainly can't hurt you. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself a good evening. Always remember, I love each and every one of you. Yeah, I'm a little jacked up today because I got a meeting I got to get to and I've had too much coffee. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.